YouTube got this new live thing going on, so I tried to change the title. I don't know if the title changed correctly or what. So we'll see, and let me know if you can hear me okay. All right. Hold on, let me pull it up on my other phone and stuff, cause whew. Let's see if I can hear myself. Hopefully I'm here. All right, getting all these notifications. Okay, yep, I can hear myself good. All right, cool. I don't know how many people gonna hop up in here today, but I'm gonna just chop it up with y'all for a little bit while I'm driving to FedEx to drop off my stuff, my UPS package. I mean my FedEx package stuff. So I'm a get going with that, and I just figured I'd just chop it up because I'm tired too, and I just wanted to try to do something to keep me awake. Ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Oh man, they got these little emoji things going now. I don't know if I can see them on that, but that's cool, man. But hey, what's going on, Terry? Good to see you. Oh man, yeah. Hey, what's going on, Angel, Terry? Yeah. What's up, ladies? Um, yeah, I just finished my last sign. Well, last sign of the day, and got my stuff shipped out. And man, it was a rough one. I didn't know if I was gonna make it to UPS in time, but I did. I made it to UPS in time, so I'm good to go with that. And let me see if I can turn on my Wi-Fi and maybe get an even better connection here. So hopefully my Wi-Fi will work. But yeah, so it's been interesting. Interest rates went up. You got 8.1% interest rates now. It's I think across the board, but again, some people might not see it if they apply because they got really really good credit. Trying to figure out which way am I going to go. And other people, they got bad credit, so they're gonna be paying through the nose. But check this out. That thing of let me know if the video is okay, because to me what I'm seeing, it looks real spotty and everything, so I might just be in a bad connection area and all that good stuff. So and I'm sitting here trying to figure out which way am I going to go to get home. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Which way am I going to go? Shoot. Okay, can't go that way. All right, I got to figure out a back road or something to go through to get home, because the traffic is piling up, and I know which way I want to go. Yeah, I think this is the right way. But yeah, what a couple that I just finished doing their closing for, they told me that they had the money to put 20% down on the house. They had the money to put 20% down, and they was told not to, because if they would have put that down, they would have got they would have got a better deal. The interest rate would have been better, and they would have got penalized. Now I don't remember what the interest rate was, because I actually don't be. They said that they had to, basically, if they would have put down the full 20%, they would have had to pay a higher interest rate on that. So to keep their interest rate down, they didn't put 20%, and that's crazy that people with good credit, they're being penalized like that. And it's just that's just not fair, right, however you want to call it. It just ain't good. But as I've always said, this is how they're trying to find ways to get people into these houses, so they're making incentives for the people who are on the lower income or lower credit score realm, so they can get into these houses. That's what they're trying to do. And all we can do as notaries is be in a position to hop on there when the time comes. So it don't look good. It can be a little jacked up, and you sitting there watching people not necessarily getting messed over, but not getting the best deal, and you can't say nothing. All you can do is just sit there and just really hope for the best for yourself. Just keep plugging away to get the business. But it's wild, and they really wanted to put more money down on the house so they could have an even lower mortgage payment. Hey, what's going on, Pam Patterson? But yeah, it's wild. So, and I'm bringing this up because there are some notaries who feel a moral obligation to hop in there and to say something about the deal being done. And that is not what we're supposed to do. We got to keep quiet. Don't say anything. This is their business. This is their money. We just verify ID, notarize the signatures, and we keep it moving. And we get the documents shipped out. And that's what I just did. So interest rates are going up. However, people who got good credit, who don't care about the penalties and stuff, they're dropping money down on these houses, 70,000, 100,000, and they might have a little bit of a higher interest rate, but for some of them, they really want a lower. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to go to get to where I want to go. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find this. Where I'm at is really, really quirky, and I'm trying to find a back road, and I think I just found one to get to where I need to go. But yeah, so that's what's going on now. Here's another thing for new notaries. This is something that I've been seeing happening. I don't think I ever really talked about it too much, but something that I've been seeing happening is the signing companies, in order to get notaries to do the orders, and thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. I appreciate you hitting the like button. In order for you to do the closing, when they send it out, what they're doing is they're making it as if there's no scan backs. Not all of them, some of them. They're making it as if there's no scan backs. You look at the order and say, oh, no scan backs. That's right, because scan backs are dirty and filthy. That's what people keep telling y'all to say. So you look at it and say, okay, no scan backs. You grab the order, and then about 30 minutes later, you get a notification saying, oh, there's been an update to the order, scan backs are due. So you done took the order thinking there's no scan backs, and now they done hit you with, oh, there's an update to the order, now you got to do scan backs. Now I just smell gasoline. It's not my car, somebody else's. And that has been happening, and that's not cool. I'm like, if it's scan backs, but that's what some of them are doing to get people to take the orders, is not tell anybody about the scan backs. And then after the fact, they hit you with the scan backs, and you're like, okay, what do I do? Do I not do the order or what? And most people just go ahead on and do the order. I'm gonna do the order no matter what, whether scan backs or not and stuff. There's been a lot more signing companies delaying giving you the shipping label until you do the scan backs. So you'll get the order and you're like, okay, and there's no shipping label, and they won't give it to you until after you did the scan backs and uploaded them. So that's another thing you got to be a little more watchful and mindful for. I'm trying to see. Man, I got a good little ways to go, but I'll get there. And I don't like that either. I'm like, just give me the shipping label. But this is where the integrity comes in at. We got to do things with integrity. So there are notaries out there who are flim-flamming the farm, as Bill Cosby would say. And it affects you as a new notary. Hey, what's going on, Violet? What's going on, Millipede? So these are things you got to be mindful of. So you got signing companies coming back after they put an order out saying, oh, by the way, scan backs are now due. After you took the order thinking that, oh, okay, I don't have scan backs, and then scan backs are due. Then you have the thing of for time, and you got 3 or 4 you only got one, but you're still pressed for time, trying to get to the place to drop it off, doing that kind of stuff can really put you in a bind. And even with the ones that I just did with UPS, I had to tell the signing company, I had to upload the documents, and they're like, don't ship until we tell you to. We got to review the documents and all of that. So what I did was I told them, I said, look, if you want me to make the shipping on time, I need you to do a quick review, because some of the companies, it will take them 30 minutes to an hour to do the review of the documents. And I'm like, okay, it should not take that long to review documents. Oh man, it should not take you that long to review the documents and everything. But if they short staff and they got a lot going on, it does make sense. But you know, that where the problem comes in, and they're trying to reduce the time that it takes from when you do this, complete the signing, to saying, oh, you got to have scan backs in 30 minutes or scan backs in 90 minutes and all of that. And that's hard to do when you got 3, 4, 5 signings that you're trying to do per day. You're really trying to get out there and do this thing, and they're telling you you got to, you know, scan and then immediately drop, and then of course they want the receipts and all of that. And you just have to make a command decision on how you're going to run your business, because I'll be honest, I had 5 today. Nobody's stuff was getting scanned within 90 minutes. You know, that just wasn't happening. Plus it was raining and all of that, and yeah, I got the scanner, but got to find a safe place to go to so I can, you know, go to a Starbucks or whatever, plus get to the next spot. So I think maybe one person, but on my way to another signing, we'll scan and shoot, you know, as soon as I can, all of that. So everything got done today. I got 2 packages left to ship out, so I'm heading over to FedEx now. So what's been going on with y'all? Any questions y'all got? I know YouTube had this new feature about pulling people on the live with you, but I don't know how to do that. I ain't really looked into that just yet and stuff. So okay, just making sure I wasn't running no light and stuff. So yeah, we must have integrity when we're doing stuff, and I don't know what it's going to take to give confidence to the signing companies that they can trust us. I really don't. And that's really all it is just a lack of trust. I don't know how to do this. It's just a lack of trust right now. You know, that's really all it is. It's a lack of trust coming from them to us because of our compadres who have done so much crazy stuff in the past. So they're like, I'm not, you know, I ain't trusting anybody. So they, you know, they semi dropping the hammer on us. That's the best way to put it. You know, okay, don't hit me now. Don't hit me. They're so dropping the hammer on us because of that. But if you can weather this, just, you know, keep your head down, take the orders, get the stuff done, do it to the best of your ability, and you'll see good stuff on the other side. I'm telling you, you will. Most definitely you will see good stuff on the other side. So Ms. Violet said, yeah, we're paying for it. We're paying for the bad actions of others, and it's not right, but that's a part of life. You know, that happens a lot in life, that a small group of people will do things. What's going on, Jeff? Will do things and then turn around, and then we'll wind up, the people who are really trying to do good, we'll get blamed for it, or we'll suffer a penalty because of it and everything. And the question then becomes, how do you gain their trust? You know, that's like, you know, you're dating you're dating a person, and let's say you're dating, you know, a guy dating this girl, and she does him wrong, or he gets done wrong by a couple of ladies, and now he feels that every lady is doing him wrong. And then, you know, and that lets this thing up for the good woman that comes into his life and all of that. So same thing with employment. You know, you got bad employees, and then next thing you know, the company just said, we just treating everybody bad. we just dropping the hammer on everybody. We don't care. Nobody can telework, and that kind of stuff can happen. So it's not fun, and it makes it difficult for y'all. It makes it hard for y'all to get orders and things of that nature. But when you do get the order, you just got to hang in there and put forth everything you need to do. Say, okay, hold on. Everything I told you to work to do. Our area is slow, but I did get 2 signings. Good. Thank you for caring for the new. Good. And what my man Jeff said, what's up, Griff? I'm looking to get a printer to handle my business. What type of printer? Anything that works for you. To be honest, anything that works for you. I like the Brother. I haven't had a problem with them. I'm not a big fan of the little teeny tiny printers, because you got to print letter and legal for most part, for a lot of them. So anything that you can print letter and legal on, just keep in mind, a lot of times the smaller the printer, more compact, the slower it is. So when you're out here and you got 150 pages, even just 100 pages or 85 pages, or you got multiple closings and you're trying to print on the go, for the most part, you really want something that can put out 50 pages a minute, maybe 40 at the least. Stuff that's printing 20, 30 pages a minute, it can take some time to process that. And I don't like those kind of printers. So I'd use my Brother printer. If I need to print on the go, I have my Brother printer. But so far, since I've been full time with this, I really haven't had the need to take my printer out with me. I have my scanner with me more so than the printer, because I just go by Starbucks and print everything out that way. Scan everything. But I haven't really had a need to just run around with the printer, because a lot of the companies, I'll be honest with you, over 90% of them get me the documents the night before. I had 5 closings a day. Only one company didn't get them to me the night, last night, and I had to shoot back. I just happened to be close to the house, and they said, hey, you have the docs ready, and I went, printed them, and shot on over and got the signing done. But any printer that works with your budget, just make sure you have a good power source that can power the printer up. If you do search Griffin Notary printers, you'll see the setup that I use. It was a guy that was with it was a young guy engineer with Mark Wills. He showed how to do it, and I just followed his example and got all the equipment, everything that he said, I went and bought, and it works. So if I need it, I have it. I just haven't had a need for it. I've had more of a need for the scanner, and I like the Raven scanner because I can scan and upload to the cloud. And the way I do it is I scan, upload to the Raven's cloud, and then on my tablet or phone, I would download the document and upload it to the portal so that they can, review it and everything. So I go to a Starbucks, connect to the Wi-Fi, scan, upload securely to the Raven cloud. All right, found my highway, so now I can get on without all that traffic, hopefully. Or I would just use the mobile hotspot on my phone or in my car, and scan and do it that way. So the Raven, I like, it costs some money, $700. Sometimes you can get it on sale for about $6 something, maybe $5 something, I think. But for me, it's worth the money. And I haven't had any problems with it. Yeah, you get the occasional hiccup, trying to, pull the pages and stuff like that, doesn't catch the pages. But other than that, as long as I'm connected to the internet, it works fine. And I scan 60 pages a minute. I'm in, I'm out, and uploads to the cloud, and it does everything I need it to do. So if you're looking, you may want to look at that. But it also depends on how you plan on setting up. If you're looking at having everything run out of the car, then you got to make sure you have the right power source for that. You finally got your Google profile, but still need to perk it up. I'm doing witnessing for others and learning how to present estate planning docs while witnessing. Good. Now you just got to start doing the closings yourself, or the estate planning assignments. So that's good, Terry. That's good. I only done one for a co-worker. Cool. Have to work on my next door business. Yeah, I got the thing, and then get me scanner as well. And I will say this here: even if you got to get a so-so scanner, so-so printer, just so you can get business and get it done, and knowing that, okay, this is only going to print out 35 pages a minute. It's going to be slow. It's only going to scan 20 pages a minute. At least you got something that you're doing. You have a tool that's helping you to make money. And then when you get an opportunity, you can upgrade. That's what you may have to do. So when my first printer, which is a brother, when I bought it, it was a single tray. And I bought it like that because everybody was saying I didn't need a double tray. Okay, I trust that y'all telling me the truth. I found out real quickly a single tray printer is not the way to go. Even if I do have the page separator and all of that, I prefer being able to actually hit a button, print, and it goes letter, legal, letter, legal, all that. I prefer that. I don't feel like messing with a software that separates stuff and then I got to put stuff back, because more and more companies now are requesting that the notaries don't modify or change the order in which documents are that they have the documents. And you know what, that brings up a really interesting point, because there are a lot of trainers who teach notaries to change the order in which the documents came to them. Pull the critical documents up front, the 7 or 8 or whatever critical documents, and get them to sign those and all of that. But then you have the signing companies who are former notary owners, the signing company owners who are former notaries, saying don't do that, because their client, the title company, is saying don't reorganize the document. And it's weird because on one aspect, the trainers out there are saying, yeah, to make it smooth, pull these documents up to the front. But then again, I know I'm repeating myself, the signing company owners have instructions that say what? Don't reorganize the documents. Send them back the way they came. Now, you say, well, if I got time, I'll take them out and then put them back. Yes, you can do that, but I don't have time. And when you start getting busy, you may not have time. And all it takes is for you to forget. If you forget to put them back in order, now you're going to be getting in trouble. Maybe not blacklisted, but they're going to take note of that. We told you ... So, okay, gotcha. So that's what you gotta take into account. So I just leave the documents the way they are. And I tried that, pulling this out and it was just too much for me to pull out, put back, pull out. However they come, that's how they come. Now, the only document that I actually pull out to the front is the Patriot Act. So I can go ahead on and fill that out. Because most of the time they put that toward the middle/back of the thing. I'm going through a tunnel, so hopefully my connection don't drop. Down here in the Portsmouth Tunnel, downtown tunnel, whatever they call it, Midtown. But that's the thing. I tend to just go ahead on and keep it that way, and then I pull the Patriot Act pages up to the front and fill those out at the time that I'm doing my ID checks. And then that way I do it, because I don't feel like stopping and then got to do the IDs again, pull it out, all this. Ain't got time for that. So I do all of that in the beginning. And I don't put those back, and I leave those at the top, primarily so that as soon as they get the document, they can see IDs have been checked and recorded on the U.S. Patriot Act, because that's a big deal for them. They need that done. So I just go ahead and pull that up to the front, and no one has gotten on me and told me, hey, you're a bad person because you didn't put that back, and how dare you pull that to the front and stuff like that. Yeah. And yes, Angela, I was just talking about the scanners and printer. I have the Brother ADS 2800. Now I'm gonna go this way. I think that would be easier for me to go this way. The ADS 2800 and the Raven scanner. Um, I'm not a fan of the all-in-one because if one part breaks, then your whole thing is down. But for some people, they like the all-in-one, especially if they're doing the mobile printer setup. They like the all-in-one. So as long as it works, that's what matters. And as long as it's handling the workload, the printers I use Brother. I like the toners of long lasting. So I haven't, again, for me, I have not had any problem with them. I know somebody recently contacted me and said that they was having a problem with having to change their Brother printers every year. The only thing that I can think of that's the cause, and I mentioned it to them, is if they're using off-brand ink. Now, there's going to be a segment of people who may hear this and they'll be like, well, I use all-brand ink all the time and I ain't never had a problem. Good for you. But it may not be the same for everybody, okay? Not everybody is fortunate to do that. I've tried the off-brand ink. It doesn't work for me. I just buy the Brother. To me, it's not that expensive. I get it for maybe 114 a pop. I might buy 3 of them, and I buy a case of like a 3-pack, and instead of it being 126 for a single one, it'll be come out to like 114 for each one. Per one when I buy a 3-pack, or 118 if I buy 2. So I use the name brand. Same thing with the drum, the printer, the drum. That's what I use. So they're changing printers out every year. Also depends on what part is going down. Is it the fuser? Is it the laser and all of that? And I didn't get into all of that with them, but all of those are things you have to look at. And yes, you probably can fix it yourself. I just don't have time to go and take the thing apart and replace various parts and all of that. I know it can be done. I just don't feel like doing it. So that's why I got 4 printers, 2 still in the box. In case one goes down, I got others that, I can pull out and keep going and stuff, So if one of my normal printers go down right now, I'll pull one of the ones that's in the closet out, start using that one, and then I'm gonna buy another one to be backup. So I'm gonna always have 2 backups because I'm doing this full time, and I'm not saying that you need to do this. I have to do it. This is what I'm doing because of the volume of work that I have. I want to just be on the safe side. This is just my personality, and this is something that I had to work toward doing. It wasn't something that I came out right off the bat like, oh, okay, yeah, 4 printers. It was, okay, if I'm going to be full time, I need to really look at this and work towards something. And I'll be honest, it motivated me to take orders and to go out here and do the work in the business so that I can have the money to do it. What's the point of saying I want to have something in my business and then you don't do any work to make the money so you can afford it? Your goal is to move toward paying for your business stuff through your business, not always having to lean on your W-2, your personal information to do that. And right now, from what I've seen, I haven't had any problem with the ink on Amazon, Terry. Yeah, it's been fine getting the Brother. Now, I will say there has been 1 or 2 times that I've had to get toner from Walmart, and it was for my 6400. They got they have a 890 toner version, and I think that has like a 30,000 page count to it or something. And that toner it can last a good little while. So Amazon was out, and I just happened to look on Walmart, and they had it for a decent price, so I bought it. And I was like, cool. And again, thanks y'all for hitting the like button, So so that's what I did. So what other questions we got up in here? Now, also in my description, in the description of the video, you will see a link to set up an Amazon business account. So if you have your LLC and all of that, business bank account and everything set up, click on that, and I need to put the video. There's a video that I have out there somewhere on, if you search Griffin Notary Amazon business account or something like that, you'll see a video that I did that walks you through step by step how to set it up. But there's a link there, and it's real easy to set up. As long as you got all your business information, you can apply. And a lot of times they'll start you off with $1,000, just $1,000. Here it is, boom, $1,000, and then you just go from there. And then you order, and then when you pay it off, they'll increase it as time goes by. I have two of them for two different businesses I have. One of them, the Amazon account is at 7,000, and the other one is at 22,000. So I got a credit limit of 22,000. So I know a lot of people talk about business credit, and all of that. I have business credit with Amazon, and the reason why I don't have all these business credit cards, I do have one. I don't have a whole bunch of all this business credit cards because everything that I need to get normally for my business, I can get through Amazon. If you can get a Sam's Club card, that works because right now Sam's Club, their letter paper is the cheapest, $39 for a case. So like tonight I'm gonna be ordering me 3 more cases. Well, I gotta check to see if I got any in my storage, and if I don't, then I'm gonna be ordering 3 cases tonight. I think I don't. I think I'm all out and on my last one. So I will order 3 cases from there, and I'm good to go, because every place else a case of letter is about $50. So you got to order it when you can, and it's for as cheap as you can, and all of that. So let's see what other questions y'all got. And any questions y'all got for business, this, that, and the other, what's going on? J3 Mobile Notary, good to see you. So if you got any business questions, any questions about documents, the industry, or whatever the case may be, what to do, what not to do, why to do it, how to do it, just drop it in the just make a comment, and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. And I'm gonna hang on here with y'all until I get to FedEx, which probably be in another 15 minutes or so. So okay, good. She found the video. So that's the video that I did on how to set up the Amazon account. And I took my time. You look at that video, I cover everything. I cover everything that you need to know to set up that Amazon account from start to finish. Thank you very much, Violet, and stuff. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna have to put that in the description on a normal basis. I thought I did, and I forgot to. But and I probably didn't, because it's really easy enough just to go do it and stuff. So that Amazon, and I'm just so y'all understand, as I've always said, that Amazon account, it really saved my family's life. And the reason why is because when I originally had it, I only had like a $2,000 limit, and that was back in 2015 or something like that, maybe 2016 when I originally got it. We was going through a bankruptcy, and we didn't have no money, and that was the only way that we could afford to buy stuff: toilet paper, clothes, you name it. I just happened to have it. We're in this bankruptcy, and I get this email from Amazon saying, hey, set up a business account. And it was for my technology company that I have. And I was like, what else do I got to lose? I might as well give it a shot. So I went, did it, and okay, these people driving crazy. And then next thing I know, they asked the question. They said, what limit do you want? And they had from 500 to about 50,000. And I said, give me 2,000. And next thing I know, they approved it. They were like, okay, here you go, $2,000 limit. And all I did, and it was 30 days, and I would use it, buy something, and then as I started getting side jobs, Grubhub, Postmates, stuff like that, working at Amazon, doing the package delivery, I would buy stuff with that, and then I knew I had 30 days, and then within 30 days I would pay it off. So I never used the whole amount, never used a whole, $2,000, and always had, a little bit left over cushion, and then I would pay it off. And next thing I know, I got moved up to like 4,000, then 6, then 8. Now I'm all the way up to 22,000. I'm like, all right, cool. So I got $22,000 worth of business credit with Amazon to get the stuff that I need. So if push came to shove, if I really had to get paper off of Amazon, I could. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but I can do that if I had to. And that's a part of just doing, being smart with your business and everything. What's going on, Terry? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. And yeah, we're gonna be having some meetings this month with the members. I got to sit down this weekend and figure all that out, my timing and stuff like that. It'll probably be, I forgot it was a short week, so it may not be this weekend, but it most definitely will be the following weekend, at least next Saturday, I believe, the second Saturday of June and stuff. So greatly appreciate you joining as a member, Terry. We got a lot of good information in the member section and all of that. So yeah, if you can get a business account through Amazon, you're good. But keep in mind, this is the biggest thing, and I've said this over and over again. If you have a business account and you're using it to buy your stuff, that means you got to be out there making some money. You got to be out there working and making money so that you can pay it off. You should not have a business account that you have to constantly use your W-2 money to pay off. Maybe for a little bit in the beginning, but at some point in time, you got to get to the point where you are actually making money with your business to pay off your business debt. And that's why I'm always advocating that you just take orders. Sometimes the order is low. Sometimes you might have to drive a little bit extra. But if you're making money, that looks better than you sitting around and not making money and not spending, you're like, well, I ain't burnt no gas, I ain't wear and tear on my car, because a lot of notaries complain about that. They're worrying about wear and tear on their car. Understand. So then you just stick with the W-2. But if you're going to do a business and you're not going to go out and rent your car, then you need to, I can't hop over there yet. It's not 6 o'clock. Can't hop in the HOV, like, I don't want to get a ticket. You gotta just go out here and do the business. And here's the thing, as I keep sharing with y'all, nobody needs to know what you're doing. A lot of people more, because everybody's so public with it, and I'm one of them, starting off, you don't even have to tell anybody that you're taking $60 orders. But I guarantee if you do 6 or 7 or maybe even 13 or 15 $60 orders, $50 orders, you'll see that, wow, that equaled up to some money. It's that simple. It equals up to some money, because a lot of us have worked for like $8 an hour. You work enough $8 an hour, you're going to accumulate a certain dollar amount that can take care of some kind of bill. So the same thing, the same concept here. Work, do what you got to do, make the money you need for you, not for anybody else, and use it to pay off whatever it is that you can. It's that simple. That's the way it's supposed to work. That's the whole reason why you joined this industry. You say, I want to be a notary. Very few people say, I'm in this being a notary because I just want to stamp. I just want to be able to stamp documents. I don't care about the money. I'm just doing it for the love of the stamp. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. I don't think there's anybody who's doing it like that. Now, I did want to be a notary ever since I was a kid, and I told the story about that. But I do want to get paid also. So I make sure that I get paid, do what I need to do. As always, make sure your profile is looking good, because I had a call from a person on for Notary Dash. they actually told me, they said, yeah, I'm sitting here looking at your profile and I want to ask you some questions that you may not have outlined in your profile. The young lady called me, had my profile pulled up that was in Notary Dash, and started asking me questions. And to be honest, everything she asked me was actually already outlined in my profile. She probably just, because sometimes they expect that they expect notaries not to have that information in there, but mine was in there. And I guess she just wanted to make sure that I wasn't lying and all of that, because we know there's notaries out here who lie about their profile and their experience, in their profile about their level of experience. But the thing is, she was looking at my profile. So all these people keep talking about your profile doesn't matter. It does. And again, thanks for hitting the like button, everybody. It does, because when y'all hit the like button, that lets other people know that, this is a video that people like, and they send out more notifications for people to look at it. So that's why I appreciate y'all hitting the like button. So yeah, you gotta have a good profile. Don't talk about, I'm new to loan closings, I'm new to this, I'm new to that. Talk confidently about what you know to do as a notary. As I've always said, if you communicate that, hey, I know what to do. I know, not to double side print and things of that nature. And I got a whole video where I talk about that stuff. So what's wrong with that person? Oh man, I told y'all people driving crazy out here. But yeah, there's a video called "Your Profile Will Separate You from Them." Look at that video, and then I talk about profile stuff with the members on a consistent basis and everything, and all of that. So your profile can make or break you. It can. Yeah, there are a lot of notaries fudging their experience, and I told y'all, I called it. I told y'all they're gonna start checking. They're gonna start triple checking. They're gonna start quizzing y'all, figuring out, what do you really know? Are you really doing? Do you really have that level of experience? They do a little digging and research and figure out, okay, well, you just got, and then they hear you in your little clubhouse rooms and in your little Facebook groups and all this talk smack about how you got over, and next thing you know, they're like, you know what, we ain't messing with you no more. So just be truthful. If you're that desperate for money, then this might not be the industry for you. And a lot of people I keep coming across, they come across very, very desperate. Like, I got to have money now. And that's why they're jumping back and forth. Oh, loan closings, cool. Oh, general notary, cool. But the problem is, a lot of them don't have the confidence to notarize the documents properly. And that's where you fail at. That's where you end up having problems, because if you can't do that part correctly, nobody's going to keep calling you. If you cannot notarize, if you can't do the job, I mean, think about anything that you get that you receive service for. If the person can't detail your car right, you're not going to use them no more. They can't cut your hair right. They can't style your hair. They can't serve you food right when you go to the restaurant. Anything where somebody's providing you a service or a product, if they can't do it to the level that it needs to be done, you don't have anything to do with them. You're like, forget you, I go somewhere else. So what makes you think that you can sit here, mess people's documents up, and they not go somewhere else? That's what is happening and what's going to continue to happen, and everything. It said Violet is the gas card one. Yeah, the gas card. Do I have a gas? Yeah, I use oh man, I forgot the name of it. I got it right here. Oh man, and I use it, Gas Buddy. Yeah, I use this, and I get some good deals off of that. And I got my Kroger when it comes to the gas, so I buy some stuff from Kroger, and I can actually combine the Gas Buddy and the Kroger stuff together. But yeah, I get the Gas Buddy. I had a discount code. I don't know where it's at, but the Gas Buddy works out. I pay the $9 a month for the membership they have, and I get deals sometimes 25 cents per gallon off and everything. So that comes in real handy with all the driving that I do and stuff. So let me see what other questions y'all got about business, life, whatever the case may be. If you're married, you know, don't give your spouse a hard time if they're not 100% on board with you doing the notary business, because not too many people think of being a notary as a real business or something that's viable. The way you get your spouse and you win them over is just go out here and do the business and include them in on it. And I didn't have to do that for my wife. But for some of you, you may have to do that for your spouse and let them see the check, you know. And if they want some of that check money, you tell them, say, well, you have to go get a couple of cases of paper for them. I'm gonna buy them and you go pick them up or something. You ain't just gonna get my check. Okay, I don't work hard for this here. Suffer through paper cuts and all of that stuff. So just let your keep your family involved and let them know what you're doing, why you're doing, how the business is coming along. Talk about your wins and things of that nature to them. Even your failures. Okay, I made a mistake, but you bounce back, and it's a good way of including them, because again, not too many people look at being a notary as a true viable business. They really don't. They don't look at it that way. So if you want them to, you include them. You include them in on it and stuff. Oh, let's see here. Okay, what you got? For Ron, do you record each act as the state fee? I charge 25 for first. So for Ron, do you record? Oops, sorry. Each act on your state max fee, even if you charge less? No, you only record what you actually charge. You don't charge 25 and you only charge 15. That's fraud. Okay, not saying you trying to fraud anybody, but what it is, that would be fraud. My tax guy would tell you in a heartbeat. No, you charge whatever you charge. That's what you record. If you charge 25, then you record 25. If you don't, no, you have to record what you charge. That's what you're supposed to do. Now people will do whatever they want, but that's, yeah. And there are people out there who teach that. Not saying that you're teaching that. I don't know if you heard that from somebody, or some people's come up with that. But as I've always shared with y'all, when people come up with these things that seem questionable, ask them, how are they doing it? How are you legally doing that? Wait a minute, you said, and not saying you JM, but I mean J3, but somebody else is like, well, yeah, you can you don't have to record. I mean, if you charge them $10, you can just put down 25. Okay, what are you basing that on? See, this is what I'm trying to get in order. You got to ask people questions who telling you stuff. If they're telling you something, you need to ask them, like, okay, how is that legal? Where did you get that from? Help me understand that. You have a right to ask those questions for people telling you stuff. And if they can't really articulate and give you some statute, something, if it's, well, in my state, okay, well, I'm not in your state, so why are you telling me about what I can do, but you're not telling me that's just in your state? This is what's confusing a lot of notaries. This is what's making things tough, because you're being told something and that person sounds so believable, but what they're telling you is really only for a small segment of people. And that's not good. That's not good business. That's not a good way of doing things, and using the social media to just say stuff because, hey, when I do closings, I do this. And then you go and do it, and then you get blacklisted because the company you're doing it for don't want people doing what that person told you. It works over there, but it doesn't work here. And when notaries who want to always open their mouth stop being irresponsible, I think things can get better, and that can build trust with the people who are paying us. Because these people, they know they're in these clubhouses, they're in these private meeting rooms, they hear this stuff. They got spies out there, y'all. I'm telling y'all, they got spies. They got people who are spying on you. Yeah, they got people who are spying on you and saying, yeah, Karen said this, Karen said that. They're telling on you. These some tattletale people in this business. So either keep your mouth shut or make sure what you're saying is correct for people. That's really what you got to do. You really got to do that. So I'm willing to be pulled on the carpet for anything that I say. If I'm incorrect, I'm incorrect. But I always tell you to check your state laws, this, that, and the other. But I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, here's how you do something, and just leave it blank out there like it's something that can be done everywhere for everybody. That's why when people ask me questions, they even say, hey, what's the best printer? I don't know, because I haven't used all the printers. Just being truthful. What's the best clipboard to use? What's the best pen to use? One that works and fits within your budget. There's people who use the tool pen, TUL. I ain't using that pen. It costs too much. And they don't have refills for them. Or the refills that I want, which is the blue, fine point, needle point. They said they're not doing those anymore. So I go back. So I stopped using those, and I go and I use the G2 pens, and I haven't had a problem with them. Is the G2 pen the best? No. It's affordable and it works for me. And that's the thing, if you're looking for the best, it's not always about looking for the best. It's looking for something that works effectively and can do the job and that's reliable. Because sometimes the best is too expensive and it doesn't fit in your budget. So having the best when it doesn't fit in your budget puts you in poverty. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. Everybody I want the best. So you go buy the best. You buy the best car, the Bugatti. That's, to me, I love the Bugattis. You go buy a Bugatti, but then you're sitting here, you, your wife, your dog, and everybody else living inside the Bugatti because you can't afford your house. You can't afford your house payment, so you moved into the Bugatti. You got to make sure that what you have works for you. What works for you is what's best. That is what's best. Because for some people, the Bugatti don't work. A Honda Civic works. That's life. And you got to operate from that perspective. If you're trying to operate by saying, I got the best of everything, then, yeah, what's best for you? So if you got to do that, then you really, here's the thing. If you're going to operate, this little boy got a little cowboy hat on and got his cowboy boots on and his pants cuffed. He's a real little cowboy there. Cute little kid. So when you operate saying, I got to have the best of everything, then you got to be willing. I don't even know if I'm available. Hold on. Yeah, it looks like I am. Let's see. I'll see. Whoop, somebody took it already. That was on signing order, so I missed that one. I don't really feel like doing nothing tomorrow. I'm tired. I'm tired. But what I was saying is, when you sit here and all say, I gotta have the best car, the best pens, the best clipboards, the best printer, the best scanner, the best. Here's what you gotta also remember. The moment you say you got to have the best of everything, then you need to give those people the best of everything. You can't give them slack stuff. You can't be slack. If you want the best equipment in your life, you want the best of everything. You want the best pay. You want the best signing companies. People say, what's the best signing companies for newbies? What's the best signing company for experience? What's the best this? What's the best that? Are you offering the best? If you're not offering the best, then why are you worried about getting the best? And that's what happens with a lot of us. We're more focused on getting the best for ourselves, but we're not really focused on giving the best for others. Give, get the best for yourself, as well as give the best to those who you're serving. If you can't give the best to those others, then what's the point of you taking and having the best of everything? That's like a lordship or a kingship where you're dominating over people, and you like, well, I'm the king of this here and I got everything for me, but I'm gonna just give you crumbs. I'm gonna just give you the scraps off of my table. I might show up on time for my closing. I might not. I may dress professional. I may not. I might stamp. I might not. I don't know. I might not. I don't even know if I'm gonna even send your documents back. That's not giving somebody the best. If you're gonna do this thing, give them the best so you can get the best. You want the best being served to you, then you need to serve people to the best of your ability. And if you're unwilling to do that, then you need to just get out this business. I'm serious. Just get out the business, because when you're doing that, that makes it hard for us. That makes it hard for me, because now I got to sit here and deal with, all of these sometimes unreasonable requirements coming from the title company or the lender, because they want to make sure they're not getting screwed over. And I keep telling myself, I'm gonna give you the best. I said, and some of the companies that work with me, they get upset with me because they'll sit here and question stuff that I'm doing, and I'm like, why are you questioning me? I said, have I given you a reason? They're like, well, no. I said, if I have not given you a reason to question whether I'm gonna do scans, why are you asking me if I'm going to do scans? If I didn't give you a reason that I would, to say that I'm not going to show up, why you keep asking me if I'm going to show up? You know, well, I get it. You just asking everybody. And I said, and I told him, I said, for me, that's frustrating, because I'm giving you my best. I haven't given you a reason to doubt me. When I do, then doubt me. Till then, have some trust in me, because you want me to trust that you're going to pay me. And you don't want me calling you and asking you when I'm going to get paid. You want me to trust that you're going to pay me, because in the past, you have paid me. So if you paid me the last 35 times, I should trust that you're going to pay me on this 36th time. It goes both ways. Unfortunately, some human beings don't like to do that. They really, really don't. You can put your own self out of business before you get started. That is right. So stop worrying about grabbing up the best. Hey, Sue, stop worrying about being able to brag about, I got the best this, I got the best that. Do you offer the best service to your clients? That's what matters. And again, that having the best can lead you into overpaying for your business. And if you think about it, for those of you who hanging in the Facebook groups and the Clubhouse groups, mainly those Facebook groups, especially the private ones, the people who are talking about what they're getting paid to do work isn't good enough are people who somewhere along the line overpaid while they've been in this business. They done went and overpaid and got all kind of shirts and pins and trinkets and water bottles with their name on it and all that kind of stuff. Got designer napkins with their name on it. Got the little gloves with the name on it. All that kind of stuff. They even got toothpicks with their business name on it. And now they're trying to recoup that money back because they overspent. That's really what the core of the problem is for a lot of people. They overspent, and now they're trying to recoup that money back, and they're trying to overcharge people and giving them less than quality. This is just free form. There's no topic. I'm about to hop off in a second. Some of those groups are just horrible. That's why I stay away from them. Yeah, and then it's best to get good at one thing before you additional services. Yeah, and the same thing with people doing the what is that? Doing all these different streams of income. Some people, not everybody's built for that. Some of those groups, yeah, not everybody is really built to do multiple streams of income. You don't have the lifestyle, you don't have the infrastructure in your house. Your husband or your wife, your spouse, your children, your cat, dog, squirrel, your in-laws can be troublesome. And it can be very, very difficult for you to be able to do loan closings, do house inspections, do all of these different things, because you got people constantly calling you. I need this. Can you come over here and do that? They constantly calling. And every time you like, okay, you good? Yeah, I'm good. You need anything? Nah, okay, I'm getting ready to go to my appointment. All right, have a good time. Be safe. And then as soon as you leave the house, hey, can you come back here? Because I can't find the remote. And it's like, and you got people that will do that because they don't, sometimes they subconsciously don't want to see you succeed and you're moving forward. And this is where you sometimes you gotta be like, hold up, stop. I gotta go do this. So if your lifestyle and the people around you don't really support you putting your all into this thing, then you just got to realize that you're going to be limited, or you're just going to have to cut them off and let them be mad at you. I don't have anybody to cut off. It's just my wife, my kids, and that's it. So I'm not, in the folk that I am cool with, they actually are business owners, so they understand and they don't get involved, interfere and try to stop me from doing my business. We all respect one another and support each other doing business. But I don't have anybody in my life really actively that is not a business owner and just like, just, hey, let's just hang out. I don't just hang out. I mean, that's just where I'm at in my life. But I know many of you like to, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you have this thing where you got to go on vacation every 6 months, every 3 months, just as long as it doesn't interfere with you being able to run your businesses and do business, go for it. But and my lifestyle actually is set up the way I could do even more, but I don't want to, because I want to have a balance and be able to spend time with my family. So I'm not going to, so I'm just taking it one step at a time. And my main number one goal right now is having the money to take care of the family. As long as I have the money to take care of the family, I'm good. It's not for bragging rights. It's not to impress anybody. I share what I do to try to motivate people. I know some people don't like hearing how much work, somebody closing somebody did or the money they made and all of that. And that's a lie. Because y'all sit there and look at all of those other videos that talk about the 10, 20,000 and you start salivating in the mouth and you got a little rag and you got always, oh yeah, boy. And you're already making plans what you gonna do with the $20,000 a month you supposedly making that based off of what they say, but you ain't even doing $5,000 worth of work. But you're gonna get 20. And you bragging and you talking about all the stuff you're gonna get. See, if you ever, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna bounce out of here. And this is what I had to learn for myself. If all you're doing is talking about the stuff you're going to buy when you make a large sum of money, you ain't ready. You're not talking about how you going, hey, what's going on there, honey? If you're not thinking about, at least thinking and talking about how you're going to take that money and make it grow into something more through investments, whether real estate, buying another business or something, to where you say, okay, I'm making $20,000 a month. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna try to live on 7,000. I'm gonna make sure that I can live on 7,000 and use the rest to grow my business and maybe even move into another business. If you're not thinking that way when you hear $20,000 a month, you're not ready. It's that simple. You're not ready. If the first thing you can think of is, oh, the trips that you're going to take with $20,000, you're not ready. And yeah, you might have a regular job and this, that, and the other, and you got a pension and all of that. But with the way things are economically, worrying about trips, worrying about buying stuff, should be your least concern. You need to be worried about making sure you got food, you got non-perishable food, you got water, you got stuff, you got a backup generator, that's what you need to be investing your time and money into. But if all you can think about is, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna take this course so I can make $20,000 a month. I'm gonna take this course because it's gonna show me. I'm gonna get my Google business page up because that's gonna pop and this, that, and the other. There's nothing wrong with any of that. But if the end result of the increase that you get in your life is all about you just getting more stuff, you ain't ready. That's just the truth of the matter. You ain't ready. And yeah, that's a broken bad English, but I don't care. You ain't ready if all you can think about is the stuff you're going to buy with the financial increase you have. You ain't ready. I know when I was thinking like that, I wasn't ready. And to a small degree, I still think like that. I'm just being truthful. There's times like, man, boy, I can get, because I'm a gadget. I love to get things, you know. But that's something that I have to work on within me. You got to work on within you. But I learned that the more I remove myself away from worrying about the next thing I'm going to buy, but concern myself with making sure that I have what I need for my family and that we can take care of ourselves long term, the more opportunities for me to make money comes in. The more I think about things, I'm not really doing what I need to do to get the things anyway. And once I have the thing, then what? I want another thing and another and another. And it's like, okay, at some point, the things you need to stop buying things and start really making sure you got a sure foundation for you and your family. That's really where it's supposed to be at. But that's an individual thing. You got to make up your mind for yourself what you're going to do. And so, and that is a house inspection. Did I get it? Nope, somebody beat me to it. Daggone it. All right, party people, I'm out of here. A little bit over an hour talking. Drop these documents off, and I'm gonna go home, fix me some dinner, and we'll call the wife and see if she ready, because she had one client today. See if she ready for me to pick her up, and get ready for tomorrow. Got to go to the eye doctor, and after going to the eye doctor, got one signing, and I'm gonna try to just let that be it and not do nothing else for the rest of the day, because I am tired. So I appreciate y'all as always. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for sharing. All of that good stuff. Y'all have a wonderful one. Talk to y'all later. Peace.